So it did seem that there were some little signs of progress, at least procedurally, but I turned now to two congressional staffers to either give me a reality check on that or Tori, what do you think? Progress or not?
I don't think there's been any measurable progress at this point, and I think that's why they made the negotiating room a little smaller. Basically, they booted out Mitch McConnell, his staff, and Senator Schumer. Basically, the two party leaders in the Senate got booted out. Yeah, when you have too many people in a room, it's just really impossible to make forward progress. So it's pretty clear that they were not making progress, and the room needed to get smaller. The number of negotiators needed to get smaller. So basically, by uninviting McConnell and Schumer, they're basically saying, the House and the president are saying, the Senate, you're just gonna have to take whatever it is that we put together, both of you.
Yeah, it seems that is some sort of progress if you're narrowing that field. Steve, I mean, what did you make of the changes from this week?
Yeah, I mean, clearly narrowing the number of negotiators makes it easier to negotiate, but you still have the problem of selling the deal when you're done. I mean, if you're a negotiator and you go in the room and you say, I've cut this great deal, and you go back out and you try to sell it to your troops and you realize that you actually cut the wrong deal, or you cut a deal that you don't have support for. I mean, that's the dilemma that both the president and Speaker McCarthy have. I have no doubt the two of them could cut a deal. They could go in the room, they could be done in an hour. The problem is when they walk out of the room, they've got to get 60 votes in the Senate and 218 in the House. And I'm not sure that whatever Biden and McCarthy come up with is got the votes in the House and the Senate. It's either they're gonna have to basically come up with something that crosses party lines, because what's gonna happen is that McCarthy's gonna lose some Republicans, and Schumer is going to lose some Democrats. And so they've got to thread the needle here of where's the common ground that I can get the votes that I need from not either party but from both parties. And as a result, I mean, you're already seeing comments from some of the progressives in the House saying, we're going to oppose whatever deal that if the president is trading away our priorities in order to get a debt limit, we're never going to go along with that, which, arguably, they can afford to lose some votes in both houses. But the question is, at the end of the day, they've got to get enough votes. And so
it's really interesting because it's all right now, at least the chatter this week is it's boiling, this is the biggest point of contention for this week. And I'm sure there will be more, is work requirements for childless adults under the Medicaid program. The Republicans are determined to add a work requirement or enhance the work requirement for childless adults who receive Medicaid benefits. Democrats, especially progressive Democrats, including the House minority leader, Hakeem Jeffries, says that is a no-go for me. So, Steve's absolutely right. Is there, you look at this like a Venn diagram from, remember from geometry when you were in high school, is there, are there policy circles that intersect that, Republicans and Democrats both like, that gets you to the numbers that you need to get through the Senate and through the House? And right now that Venn diagram is pretty damn empty. It's the null set. I'm hoping that between now and June 1st that they'll start to populate that Venn diagram, but it's going to require some pretty significant leadership and crafty gamesmanship from both gentlemen.